Good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Right, so today we're going to have a look at my, well, a variation of Dkayed's Mermail beatdown deck. So this is the one where you're going pure Mermail, well, pure Atlantean, going for the OTK. So yeah, you're running almost a deck full of monsters with a few spell or traps. So this is the variant I have now. I was running 2 Abyss Lead. Oh wait, no, I was running, what was I running? I was running a Moray of Greed, but I dropped the Moray of Greed, added a Sphere Karibo. My reasoning was that Moray of Greed helps you thin the deck when you go first, because going first with this deck is killer. It really is bad. So that helps to stop getting OTK'd yourself, and because you're running Cyber style, that also lets you get out 2 or 3 Proto Cyber Dragons, depending on the amount of life points you're left with. And because you might find yourself with high level monsters in the deck, it's always good to, you know, have Sphere Karibo to stop that killer attack, bring out the Protos, and tribute them for the big boys. What else? I'm running Drowning Mirror Force over Treacherous because I found that because this deck is orientated around OTK and your opponent, you prefer, well, it's preferable that your opponent has less monsters on the field, obviously. So where Treacherous does help clearing the field, you can you do run into cases where your opponent will have a full field, like 3, like especially with Furhires still running wild and vampires and whatever. So it definitely helps with that. It shut down Spellbooks as well. Spellbooks is another thing that really destroys this deck, so that helps with Spellbooks a lot because it throws them back into the deck. So it throws them back into the deck, and then they have no spellcasters on the field to use Fate with. So yeah, anything else? We got the 2 Abyss Scales. I'm running both because by running both, what's his face, Abyss Megalo has exactly 4,000 attack. So if you have one in hand, add the other, equip and attack, you can attack for game. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. You could argue like Treacherous is better than Drowning. I think it's just, it all depends on what you want to run. I was also thinking of running Salvage because obviously you do discard a lot and sometimes you end up with no comeback. So if you top deck a Salvage, you might be able to bring something back, or if you have it in hand. But I just think it's a dead card in hand throughout the game, and really this deck is, it's not looking to live or to you know, last a long time. It's just in and out basically. It's like the Quacky Meru, which I'll also showcase at some point. Well, I'll just have a look at the deck Guns Blazing made basically, because I'm not original enough to make my own, not really. So let's have a look at the few matches I saved in the highlights. So obviously these are all going to be when you have a great hand and your opponent doesn't most of the time. So yeah, these were all done at Legend. So yeah, Legend is a decent level, I suppose, because you got everyone competing to get into King of Games. So yeah, this guy, what was he running? I can't remember. Let's have a look. So yeah, this is when I was playing Moray. So as you can see here, it was quite useful. It's useful when you go in turn 1. See, I didn't use his effect because obviously I could have discarded him and had the one that destroys a set card, but I always think it's better to use the one that destroys a face-up card, because most of the time when you're going first and you play him, your opponent's going to have something that beats him. So So they're going to have a face-up card, and you want to keep that in hand to destroy it, whatever it is. And next turn you might draw the card that destroys set monsters anyway. So yeah. Anyway, he brings out Amazon S Paladin. Yeah, hits me. So this is actually a game where I went first. And what I've done here is I discarded Gund and Megalo. So Gun lets you special summon a Mermail monster from the graveyard. So by discarding Megalo, I can bring him back, and then that means I'll have 2 Megalos on the field. Yeah. Add the one that stops traps. Equip it just in case he dies anything funny. Then normal summon heavy infantry. Tribute that to bring to activate his effect, which lets him attack twice now. And because you've tributed him, you get to use his effect, which will let me destroy Paladin. He activates willpower, but that gets negated by Abyss Scale. Attack twice per game. So yeah, I don't know what the other set card was. It couldn't have been anything useful. It might have been a I don't know, maybe a forbidden chalice or something. Oh, have I disconnected? Okay, so slight technical issue there once again. Right, let's do the next match then. So another guy playing with Bandit Keith, or should I say playing as Bandit Keith? Playing with sounds a bit wrong. Yeah, I can't remember these matchups to be honest. I had a few games since then. Right, so going second. Obviously, when you play as Mermails, you always want to go second, because going first is generally going to equal a loss most of the time. So yeah, we got Spellbook player here, which is not good because Spellbooks they pretty much completely shut down Mermails if you don't have a way to destroy their blue boy before they get off the fate. So what I decided to do was special summon Abyss Spike, which he is I don't think he was going to fate it. Let's see what I'm pausing the video, but yeah. So he fated that. He fated his own Silent Magician, so he's going to switch it to face down defense position. That way I can't use infantry's effect on her. But that just allows me to use Marksman's effect. So this is what I was saying earlier about running both of the spells. Because I run both of the spells, I can now hit for 4,000. So when I destroy the Silent Magician and he brings out the level 8 big lady, I can hit over it. And in fact, I can hit for game because I just sacrifice Abyss Spike, attack once, attack twice. Game over. So you have an out to Spellbooks if you have the right hand. Obviously, consistency is the main issue with this deck. So yeah, next match, Zane Truesdale. We've got 5 matches recorded, seeing as that's how many replays you're allowed to save. So I thought, why not save 5? So once again, going first. Surprisingly, not too wow. I didn't realise I went first so many times. So yeah, once again, we open with Moray of Greed. Obviously, that's extremely lucky considering I only run 1. So yeah, as you can see, the theme here is I opened up with the other spell card. So pretty obvious what I'm going to do. Discard infantry and Megalo, destroy the face up, equip both of the spell cards. Penalty box won't do anything to me. He has no way to defend himself. Attack for game. So yeah, unless UAs have something else to protect themselves with, they're dead. So 4th match, I am gonna play some live duels. Hopefully they won't take too long, just to show you what it's like in real life, because obviously this deck looks amazing when you see the highlights, because like, wow, this deck's so good. But then you start playing it yourself and you realize you have a lot of dead hands. Consistency is an issue. So yeah, it's not always going to be great. Oh, this is actually, yeah, I lost this match, but I saved it because of how amazing the play was. So yeah, this guy's running 3 Into the Voids, 2 Morays of Greeds, I think, and yeah, it's a Mermail deck as well. But it's just the plays here that he made were pretty amazing. So he's running Abyss Baleine, I imagine, which is discard 4 Mermail monsters to special summon it. And you can destroy cards on the field going by the amount of Mermails you have in the graveyard. So yeah, that one play alone was pretty amazing actually, because he just destroyed me. So yeah, I saved that just to show you, well, just because I thought it was really amazing. Yeah, so the guy was running Abyss Gun, which obviously lets you special summon Mermails from the graveyard. Now, whether that deck would be consistent enough, I'm not sure, because you're really dependent on having Moray of Greed and Into the Void. Like, you need to consistently draw those cards, otherwise you're screwed, because Abyss Baleine obviously only gets special summoned if you have 4 Mermails in your hand, which is a huge requirement in dueling. And going first once again is killer. You don't want to go first, because obviously you wouldn't use Into the Void if you go first, because you're going to have to throw away your whole hand. But anyway, last highlight, going second, so obviously a big advantage. Once again, open up with the Abyss Scale in hand. That's why I think it's so important to run both. It's not completely necessary to get the OTK, but it is very helpful. So yeah, Abyss Gun special summon Spike. What do I do here? Do I tribute him or not? I don't think I do. I think I just go... Okay, no, I do tribute him. Tribute and attack twice, so it doesn't matter what he had as a back row, because I had both of the equipped spells to negate whatever, and I would have hit him for game regardless. So yeah, that's a quick showcase of the best bits. Now let's have a look at the game in real life. So okay, so those were the best bits. Sorry about that cut there. Now let's go into the ladder. A few losses there. And let's put it to practice in real time. So I'll do maybe 3-4 matches depending on how long they take, because I don't want this to be a really long video. But let's just do a few matches just to show you how consistent this deck is against other meta decks. Because obviously just showing you the highlights, like I said, that's easy. Let's get into a duel and let's see if it really works. Okay, so I did switch out the Drowning for Treacherous, because during that cart I had a few duels, but I I goofed the recording, so I had to delete it. Anyway, so don't want to set the Treacherous, might get Cyclone or something, but I've got nothing else really. I don't want to set these, because I don't want to lose them. I don't really want to set that either, so whatever happens, yeah, happens. So he's gonna, yeah, bring out the Wiz. I'm not going to use Treacherous because he'll just negate it, and he's not going to kill me now, so that's fine. Also, if I draw Megalo, I can hit the back row and his whiz. So that's great. Oh my god, I top decked that. Top decked that so hard. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, that's great. So activate you, send and send. So we are going to target the whiz, obviously, because by targeting the whiz, we're forcing him to either banish her or lose effect of SSA. So he's banishing, and that's gonna do a lot of damage to him actually. Now I'm not sure whether the trap will trigger my spell card. So the good thing is when he comes back, hopefully he will empty out his hand. Okay, opponent surrendered. So well, there you go. That's one match done. Oh yeah, I can always cut out the loading times in that for the next one. So yeah. So well, I'm not too sure whether we'd have won that because we did we'd have 40,000, so we would have done 35,000. He would have brought back the whiz. I mean, it wasn't all over for him. He could have brought that. He was still in game. Oh, legend rank 3. Okay, another Zane. He's probably, well, you never know nowadays what they're running. Oh, losing, he'll lose a rank. I kind of feel bad if I beat him. I know what it's like to be on rank 3 and to go back down to rank 2. It's hard. So yeah, we've got Gund and Lead. If we top deck Megalo again, then we've got a good play. Because we can use Lead to send her and Megalo, or use Megalo to send this and this, normal summon that, tribute it and attack twice. We'll see. We'll see what we get first, and then we'll go from there. Okay. That's a back row. Okay, that's good. So we want Megalo really. We want Megalo because we want to bring out this thing. Right, so if I normal summon you, yeah, no, we're gonna lose. Well, we're gonna have to use this then. So activate this, then 1, 2, 3. We'll summon. We'll special summon that. Let's destroy the monster. Bring back Gund. So what's he gonna do? If he has treacherous, I imagine he'll wait. Snowman Eater. Okay. Well, see what he has in the back row. He's got something. Do we have game? Okay, he wanted the one proto. So yeah, I could have used his effect to discard the card from hand, but well, in this deck you either push for game or you die. And in this case we're probably going to die. Okay, UAs. So does he have a midfielder? So this is the one good thing. If he doesn't have midfielder in hand, we're still in the game until he can draw a monster he can summon. Oh yeah, he's got Cyber Style. Contribute that. So it's pretty much going to be game now. Yeah, especially since I can't yeah, I can't activate effects. So you're gonna use midfielder? No. Yeah, so it's a good game. I reckon he's got UA penalty box on the field. So when we attack him, he'll banish us. So second chance. Either way, yeah, see. So never mind. And because we can't block his attack with Sphere Karibo, we're going to lose. I'd appreciate it if you sped it up a bit. Well, at least he's not ranking down now from rank 3. We're not fighting for anything, you know, we're just fighting to show off. So there you go, 1 win, 1 loss. Let's so in this case, obviously hindsight is always 20/20, but in this case, knowing that he was running UAs, perhaps I should have activated Mermail Abyss Lead's effect. That way you wouldn't have had the monster in hand to discard. Well, you learn new things every day. Let's do 1 or 2 more. So this is obviously Ties That Bind, Fur Hire. Please go second. Thank fuck. Going first is almost an insta-loss against Fur Hire. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Problem is we can't hit over Wiz. Top deck Megalo. Okay, that's good enough. Because now we can hit over Wiz. Oh wait, we didn't need to hit over Wiz. Because we've got, yeah, heavy entrant fees effect. Oh, this is a spell one. We need the trap. If he's got treacherous, it's game over. Oh god. Okay, Cyclone. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Unless you've got Karibo. You just killed yourself. I'm guessing he had nothing either way. So yeah. Okay. Well, that's not bad. So that's a win, a loss and a win. So in a best of 3 it's 1-2. So let's see how it does the 4th and final match. I'll leave it there with 4 matches. I should give you a good view of the consistency. How many times have I said that today, or during this video? Okay. Right. It's Megalo. Oh god, I can destroy. I'd be able to hit 2 back row. But if I draw a Megalo, I do have another Gund. I'd rather hit 2 back row than rely on top decking a card. So let's see. I mean, if it's Fur High, it's probably a good game. Yeah, it's a good game. This is the thing, you can't go first against Fur Hire. It's just there's nothing you can do. Because yeah, recon, destroy that. Bring out another guy. And win. So yeah. And that would have happened regardless. Oh, you got nothing else in hand? Oh wow, we're still in this. Okay. And I can bring out 3. Oh shit. Oh god. The thing is, if I hit both back row... Oh wait, no, it's fine. Because... Send these two. Activate... Special Summon. Activate Cyber Style. Let's do it. Let's see what his back row is. Well, let's go for the spell one, I suppose. Okay, 2 cosmics. So, activate this. Okay, so now let's do quick maths. Do I have game? I'm not sure, I don't think so. 24, 32 minus 16. 32 minus 16, 1600. Okay, and then 32 minus 1000, 2200. No, that's 1600. That's 3800 with 2 points off. So we won't activate his effect. Do we equip it to? No, we'll equip it to this one. That way he doesn't have... Can't hit me with Dyna. So still in it slightly. Had that been Domper, we would have won. But whatever. So he won't be able to activate his Mayhem for hire now. So unless he top decks Domper or Treacherous. If he top decks Treacherous, then we're fucked. Perhaps I should have added that one. Okay. Let's just activate his effect for the lulz. Unless he's got Treacherous, and then we lose. He's got Treacherous now. Okay, he doesn't have Treacherous. Thank God. Okay, so, well, I wanted to be honest with you and say the consistency was pretty bad, but that was... It's not been too bad so far. So, yeah. I mean, that's 4 matches, right? That's so a win, a loss. So 3 wins and a loss. I don't know. So yeah, final thoughts. I'm not going to take credit for this deck. It's obviously just a variation of Dkayed's. What do I think about it? Well, I think in this current meta, it's too gung-ho to be considered a meta, like a top tier deck. Obviously it can win you matches, but can it consistently win you matches? Not as much as other decks. So yeah, it's not as consistent as other decks. But I'm just repeating myself. But yeah, you can obviously make a few alterations. I'm not too sure whether I want to run 2 leads, so there's that to take into account. These two, I think, yeah, these two are pretty useful to have in the deck. You don't want to draw them, obviously. You might want to start with one in hand, but you don't want to draw into it, because you want to start with one in hand and then get the other one through his effect. So yeah. Okay then. Well, I think that's it. Might do some other decks from this box because I've splashed out on this box. I didn't spend any gems on any previous boxes since the Crusader one. So yeah. Alright. We'll leave it there then. Goodbye.